Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me. I put you in a neck brace before. I have no problem doing it again.
You haven't seen it, honey? I was...
Oh, bitch! No, the fuck So much balls. There's too much balls on that ref. Too many red balls. Look at all these balls. Look at this. Damn! Oh, Jesus! We are witnessing child abuse on TV, Lord. Oh, have mercy. Now, watch your mouth when you talking to me, ho. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't getting nothing. You don't get nothing. You either earn it or you don't. You pasty bitch. That ain't how this works. Uh-oh. Hit it with a zigzag. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. Let's go. I'm fucks with it. We sick of your shit.
Hey, girl, hey. Life, relationships, pop culture.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. And he'll be looking at me. He will be looking at me and he will go to sleep. He will go to sleep. Look at me in my face. I'm talking to you.
We talk about it all, baby. So, y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Because it's showtime. And that's on the ancestors, baby. Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me.
Alrighty, so show's over for NXT for me. It's no shade to Gallus or to Briggs and Jensen, but I feel like they could have put this match at the beginning of the show. And then closed out with Ilya Dragunov and Zion Quinn, or closed out with somebody else. So we're going to make this simple and sweet. And what the hell are they doing? Oh, Lord. They did all that drama just for some chairs. Child, that's why they shouldn't have did this. Anyway, so this match was probably the most interesting match of the night. For the most part, Wesley was being dominated by Tony D'Angelo in this match. Wesley had finally got some offense, and Tony D'Angelo injured his knee. It was Wesley had essentially tripped him. It was just a move to stop his momentum, trip him, and he hit his face on the turnbuckle. But it wasn't the turnbuckle or concussion. It was his knee. So the way Tony fell is how he ended up injuring himself. Now, I'm not sure if this is real or not. I'm not sure if he legitimately injured himself or if this was just a part of the story. I don't know. But I do know that Tony D'Angelo lost this match to Wesley, and Wesley genuinely looked concerned. I don't know if he was doing it just to do it, but he did look genuinely concerned. With all that being said, Wesley did advance in the tournament. So now it is Wesley, Oro Mensah, and of course, Carmelo Hayes. All three of these men will compete in the North American Championship ladder match at Halloween Havoc on October 22nd. Now, as next week, the announcement has come down where Andre Chase pinned Carmelo Hayes last week. Therefore, he earned an opportunity at being in the ladder match. So Andre Chase will take on Von Wagner, which I'm trying to figure out why. Why the fuck Von Wagner? Bitch, okay. Von Wagner will take on Andre Chase, and Andre Chase has never beaten Von Wagner. Von Wagner has beaten Chase every single time they have come to blows. So next week they're going to be in a qualifier match for the North American Championship ladder match, and we'll have to wait and see. I didn't hear if Axiom and Nathan Frazier's match is a qualifier match. I would imagine that it would be. So I'm not sure, but next week they also are supposed to have the end to their best of 3 series. So we have that. Nikita won. That's it. Nikita won. This match was interesting to say the least. So Damien Kemp came out there looking like the old grandfather that he is. And he essentially went up against Brutus. For the most part, Brutus had him. You know, Damon was getting tore up by Brutus. They was taking each other out. It was a pretty good match on Brutus's side. Damon was okay, as he always is, just okay. As he realized that he was getting ready to start losing, he decided to get a chair and he took Brutus out. Now I don't know where Julius was. I don't know what happened to him, but he was in the back at their little Diamond Mine gym. So I was confused as to why he didn't come out there. But I know Damon Kemp beat the brakes off of Brutus with that chair. And I just was so confused as to why Julius didn't come out there. Like, he most definitely should have had his ass out there. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, whatever. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever floats your boats, love. Okay? Okay. On the bright side, there's 3 black people out of the 5 in the match, which is nice. Oh, you're talking about the champion, the NXT championship. The North American NXT championship. Okay. I mean, if that makes you happy, sure. Young boy Jay, hello. This match, it just really wasn't a match. It was very, very short. They ended up shortening it for whatever reason. And he starts spitting in the camera. Oh, what are you doing with his paints? Oh, Lord, he finna whip him. Oh, okay. I was about to say, you finna see these white men get whipped on TV? Okay. Anyways, well, we might. Anyway, so that was that. He pretty much lost. That was the end of that. Oh, they both finna get whipped. Oh, they finna be with both of y'all? Ooh. Y'all can take some whippings. Shit, anyway. Let me change this. Because I was here watching, even though I don't really care. But anyway, this match was a throwaway match. Damon Kemp pretty much lured him out there and tried to wrestle him, knew he couldn't get him. And then he hit him with the chair repeatedly and took Brutus out. So Julius is the only one left. And now I assume that Julius will be going after Brutus very soon, or sometime soon. This match is still going right now as we speak. Joe Coffey has been banned from ringside because he headbutted a security guard. Currently, the last thing I saw was 2 niggas getting whipped in the ring. Well, it was 2 white men being whipped in the ring. Okay. Other than that, it really doesn't matter. It just doesn't. So we had some other matches that they didn't have infographics for. Okay. So Amari Miller was out there. She was basically served up to Soul. How you say her name? Soul Ruka? Is that how you say it? Am I saying that woman's name right? Because y'all be getting on my ass when I don't say people's names right. Hello, Kayla. Shout out to NXT for having 3 women's matches on the card. SD and AEW could never. Well, SmackDown don't have enough female wrestlers to have 3 matches on the card, babe. I mean, just saying. Soul Surfers Rise. I will get to Soul Ruka. So, I will say this. I see potential in Soul Ruka, so I won't judge her too harshly. But her match was a little bit stagnant. It was a bit 1-2, 1-2, if that makes sense. Like it kind of looked like it was counting. There was no real people, like she wasn't comfortable, it seemed like to me. I don't think she's a bad wrestler. I think there's room. I think there's room for improvement for sure, you know. Hold on, y'all. My sister texted me about my nephew. Anyways, so while I don't believe that she is a terrible wrestler. I think that eventually she will learn the ropes. She will get better at the more as she does it. Same thing with Tiffany Stratton and Nikita. They had their hiccups in the beginning, but as they wrestle more, they will tighten up, they will clean up. So hopefully Soul Ruka will finally get into a groove and actually be a little more trusting in the ring. It might have just been first match jitters on the NXT show. So we just have to wait and see. I do like her entrance. I think her entrance is very cute. Her gear is very, very basic, like a surfer would be. And I mean, I understand the implication of it, but I feel like, I don't know, it could be executed just a little bit better. But like I said, she's got plenty of time to adjust and make changes and do whatever she wants to do, because she's in developmental. It's not that big of a deal. Those adjustments can be made. So that's the cool thing about being in NXT. So shout out to Amari Miller for putting another superstar over again. I'm not gonna say. I'll say this. She said, I like y'all and the Puerto Ricans, not the Ricans, Rickon. Anyway, yeah, she got gas towards the end, and that finisher is a move that she does. But we shall see how she develops. I mean, her finisher is okay. It's not like amazing, like, oh my god, great. But neither is Tiffany Stratton's, and neither is Nikita's, and Amari's finisher isn't the greatest thing since sliced bread either. So, I mean, they have time. I'm not going to shit on her too much. It's her first match. I will say it was a bit slow for both girls in that match. And like I said, it was kind of like they was figuring things out in their head, and you can see it in the match. So once they figure shit out and they, do it, then I'm cool. The next match that was on was Cameron Grimes up against Joe Gacy. I mean, Gacy won. I didn't watch that match because I was in the thum. I was in the bathroom, as my brother called it. He called it the thum. I was in the bathroom, so I didn't get to see the match, because the moment I got up to use the facilities, that match was over when I came back. So didn't get to see that. But like I said, this is, if you don't know who Soul Ruka is, that is her. She won. And this is what her promo entrance looks like. Well, her promo shot looked like for her debut. So I would have preferred if she wore something like this. Like, I think this is cute. It's a good bathing suit. That's a good bathing suit. She could have wore that. Some good boots and knee pads, and she'd be straight. Anyway, so in the beginning of the show, I'll get to Cameron Grimes and Gacy in a second. In the beginning of the show, Ilya Dragunov came out and opened up NXT. And basically, he just, talked about how, he never lost his championship and how he came into here and it was like coming into a coliseum and he knew he had an uphill battle, but he fought and he won. And he's been doing everything he set his mind to ever since. And he's going to do it here as well, Then Mr. Creepoid 101 here came out there and was just like, no, you're a thief. You're a charlatan. And you're not taking my spot. And you're going to have to get to the back of the line. And, it was rah, 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 rah. So Braun Breaker came out there. And Braun was like, well, it looked like in 1, 2, 3, and if my math is correct, and my math is never wrong, he used his dad's one-liner in there, which I thought was very, very cute. Braun Breaker is like, I'll take the both of yous. I ain't skimping on none of that. I'll take the both of yous. So it is going to be a triple threat at Halloween Havoc for the NXT Championship. Now, if you want early on predictions for this, I say this match is going to be won by JD McDonough. And the reason why is because I see Braun Breaker moving to the main roster very soon. And Ilya Dragunov has plenty of time to get this championship if he plans on staying in NXT. So, to me, Braun is a 2-time NXT champion. He does not have anything else to prove in NXT. He came in the door primed to be champion. He has been champion since NXT 2.0's inception. All right. With the exception of Ziggler. No, I'll take that back. Ciampa was champion first. Then he got it a month or so after. So he's been champion for quite some time. And then Ziggler was champion during his tenure there as well. But he didn't have such a bad year as champion. So, a bad time in the NXT. He's been champion majority of his time there. So him moving to the main roster makes sense to me. I would drop it to Ilya personally because I don't like JD McDonough. But I have the strangest feeling that JD McDonough is probably going to be your next NXT champion. And then it's going to lead to the fight of McDonough versus Dragunov again. And they're probably going to make that a 3-part series. And we'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. Let me get to y'all comments. Hold on. I can't see. I ain't got my glasses on, child. Let me put on my stuff so I can see, honey. Okay, better. Much better. Ooh, child, it was a little blurry. Now Stratton's finisher looks better when done right, but she gets lost in the air and fucks it up. It's a finisher. So to me, it's nothing superior than anybody else's finisher. I'm aware that Gacy beat Cameron Grimes. I didn't finish talking about it because I was wanting to get the stuff out that I missed. So I'm aware that he beat him. It didn't really matter how he beat him. He beat him. So it is what it is. Just keep stealing my shit. That's what his dad said on that table for 3, which I thought was so cute. My man did the Steiner math, and I'm like, he's definitely Scott's nephew. Well, yeah, of course. Roughly a year, to be honest. Okay, so like I said, like I could understand if he had like the career that Alba had, where she came over to NXT very high up on the totem pole, but still hasn't gotten the prize. Whereas Braun came in immediately pegged to be the next champion, became the champion, and has since been champion. Only dropped the title once, got it back, and has been champion since. So, in my opinion, thank you so much. Appreciate it. So, in my opinion, like I said, I feel like Braun, it's time for Braun to move on. Thank you. Oh, God. Hold on, y'all. I have a very late dinner. Do you think NXT is still going to have War Games since the main roster is having it now? No. War Games are probably going to be replaced in NXT with a different pay-per-view. But no, I don't think they're going to have a War Games in NXT. I mean, that much I agree. I wasn't saying it like, they had to give it. They had to give it to Brian Breaker. I wasn't saying it like that. I was saying like, I was just stating a fact. Like the time frame that Breaker got there, he was set to be champion. So it didn't matter that Ciampa beat him the first time. One way or another, Breaker was getting that title. You know what I'm saying? They about to do a takeover TLC. They said you trade is War Games, and we'll give you TLC. Mm-mm. From what I hear, they are going to go back to takeovers in NXT, which a lot of people will be happy about. They'll keep some of the name pay-per-views like In Your House and Vengeance, but a lot of these pay-per-views for NXT are going to be takeovers. I don't think I don't look at it like that. So I'll put it this way. War Games was popular, and it's a big pay-per-view. I don't look at it like it's being taken away from NXT. It's evolving. Are you eating a sandwich? It's evolving into the main roster, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like NXT is gonna be missing anything. When you watch last year's War Games, were you entertained? Because I can tell you right now, I hated last year's War Games. I hated War Games last year. You take the steaks out? I forgot. Mm-hmm. I'm just asking. Kamari says it was pretty boring. War Games was in development for a while. It's about time she got called up. Her main roster run about to eat. Wow. I didn't mind last year's War Games. I did because it was boring. Kamari said is pretty boring. I 100% agree. So yeah, last year's War Games wasn't good at all. What did you think this year's War Games was going to be? We're going to have a repeat with Toxic Attraction in there and one. Exactly. No, for real. Exactly. You would have the women's War Games would have Toxic Attraction and probably Lash Legend. And then you would have Zoe, Nikita, Alba, and who would be they fourth? That's a face character. Wendy. That's who would be in the female War Games if they did one for the NXT roster. For the men, I don't know. Trick and Carmelo. Oh, they could do Gacy and Dyad. You know, they make up Schism. So you can have Schism and Von Wagner going up against you can have Schism and Damian Kemp going up against the Creed brothers, Cameron Grimes, and I don't know, like some of these people can be interchanged out. Like you could put Grayson Waller and Apollo Crews in there. You could put anybody in there that has a current feud right now could be a part of that, which is why I don't have an issue with that. I don't want to see that either. I don't want to see that. I'm good. Now, the Clown Brigade had to go to the ring today because the orange one in the center had a match today with Fallon. That's it. It's the Clown Brigade. They got their own car and everything. What? They asked me who it is because I altered their picture. Look. I think that's a fair picture. I think that's fair. Now that I'm thinking about it, the first two War Games had women in it that been wrestling for years before and was in NXT for a minute. So I think that's why they was so good because they had experience. The War Games I remember. The first one had Bianca, Shayna, Kaylee Ray, and somebody else in it. Rhea had Dakota, Tegan, and Candice on her team. And because Dakota took Tegan out and Dakota left, it was just Rhea and Candice going up against 4 women.
They fucking won.
And won that goddamn match. I edited the photo. I did it. Oh, it was Bianca. I mean, Io and Bianca. It was Io, Bianca, Kaylee, and Shayna on one team. Hey, Clown Brigade, Man Doink, Giggles, and Dosey Do. Period. Yeah, they do, but I'm wondering who edited the photo. I know who they are. I edited the photo. I edited it. Okay, every War Games match Candice has been a part of, she won. Well, she only been a part of one, right? I don't remember her being in more than one. She was in two. She had her and Indy was in one, and then she was in the first one. And Raquel won it for their side. Yeah. Okay. It was Team Candice versus Team Shotzi in 2020. That's where she had the second one at. Because I was like, okay, I don't remember that. I think I blocked it out because that year I really wanted Shotzi to have a win, and they gave it to Candice and them. I was pretty pissed about that. But his last match was Io, Kaylee Ray, Raquel, and Cora Jade up against Dakota Kai and Toxic Attraction. That's why it sucked. I'd have moved it too. The fuck? That's why I said she was in it, because her ass was a part of it. She was out there acting a damn fool. I just wanted Shotzi to get a win, but the Clown Brigade went out there and went up against Manda Horland went up against Fallon. And she won with that fuck ass knee she be doing. Then Alba put this out there. And we're gonna have another part two to the way Alba lost to her last time, that I don't want it. Now next week it's gonna be Toxic Attraction versus Alba, Nikita, and Zoe. I was like, Skilly Doo. Yay, awesome sauce. I don't know who won between Briggs and Jensen though. I has no clue. But I am happy that Andre Chase is getting some TV time. Oh, he knocked out a fucking ref. Jesus. Did they win? He's so upset, honey. Rip to the tank. You'll be in my heart. I don't want to watch her lose either. I just wanted Shotzi to win. I felt like Candice had a win in the chamber or inside war games already. It just would have made more sense to me. But whatever. So Gallus got suspended, but nobody won the match. I'll wait till somebody give me an answer because I didn't watch the end of the show. I wasn't interested in watching that. Nobody knows? Well, that's unfortunate. Anywho's. So Gallus got suspended for knocking out another security guard. Briggs and Jensen won in a match made for Gallus. Okay. That's interesting. Not cousin fuckers. He called them the cousin fuckers. Do something with him, Jared. I did not know that AJ flipped off Finn and that they kept that in the replay. I was like, on live TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Triple H don't care about that bullshit. He care about the story.
I give you one.
And I've seen people do worse in PG-13, okay? We seen whole asses. Okay.
Don't forget about the titties.
Okay. She wants you to skippity pass me through the screen. I ain't got time for that because I ain't gonna do nothing. Well, Briggs and Jensen won. Good for them, I guess. Gallus was pissed, so they was being held back by security, knocked out one of the security guards. They have been suspended with no definite return date, I guess. So there's that. We do have a couple 100%. Mandy is going to be challenged by Alba Fire at Halloween Havoc, okay? I suspect Mandy more than likely will retain at Halloween Havoc and then end up dropping her title that following Tuesday. Either way, I'm not watching the match because I don't give a shit. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to watch Kaylee Ray wrestle Mandy because I can't stand the way Mandy wrestles. So, in my opinion, it's not worth watching. There's a triple threat for the NXT Championship as well at Halloween Havoc. Ilya Dragunov, JD McDonough, and Brian Breaker will compete for that championship. Brian Breaker seems very confident. Like I always say, overconfidence is always something that can kill your drive and your momentum going into a match.
He's learned that already fighting Dolph.
And fighting Ciampa. With all that being said, the last match that has been successfully announced is the North American Championship ladder match, to which Oro, Carmelo, and Wesley have all qualified to be a part of. Like I said, next week, Andre Chase is going to go up against Von Wagner, and we'll see who qualifies for that match. I'm praying it's Andre Chase because God knows I do not want to see Von Wagner's big, dumb-looking ass. He's just big and ignorant. Big and ignorant. I don't want to see his big, ignorant ass in there. He is going to be awkward as hell, and I'm sorry. I just don't want to see it. And I don't know who that last slot is for. Like I said, I don't remember them mentioning Axiom and Nathan Frazier's match set to be a qualifying match for the North American Championship, but I wish they would have. They would add such a fun aspect to that match. So I kind of wish they would have made it a qualifying match. But can I have a new screen bar, please? Gracias. Ooh, the cherry ones. I ate all my raspberry ones. She comfortable. I know that they've done worse. I was just a little shook. Chill out, everyone. Hello, Brandy. All right, so that's pretty much it. That was everything. Okay. Now, Friday on the 7th of October, we're supposed to get this little gem. And since this past week, they cost the Brawling Brutes the opportunity to beat the Usos for the tag team championships, I'm pretty sure that's going to add more fuel to the fire for their match Friday after next. Is it next Friday or Friday after next? Mm-hmm. Let me look. It's next Friday. Sorry. That's good. So this is next Friday. Next Monday, we're going to have this match. Gargano going up against Otis. And on the flip side, you're going to have Strowman going up against Gable. Now, I told y'all yesterday that you heard MVP call it Omos the Monster, right? I imagine they're going to come out there during this match and cost Braun Strowman this match. Or Braun's going to win and Omos is going to come out there and they're going to have it head on. One way or another, Omos and Strowman are going to collide. He all right. Now, Extreme Rules is set. I think there might be one more match they're going to add to this card. But currently, there are 5. Liv Morgan is in an Extreme Rules match with Ronda Rousey per her request for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Seth Rollins is in a Fight Pit match per Matt Riddle's request. This is all about ego. And really, this is all feud. There's nothing else involved in this but just pure hatred for one another. Same goes here. Karrion Kross feels like Drew McIntyre is in his way. And every time that he feels like he could possibly get the opportunity, Drew seems to be the one who gets it. So he feels like if he takes out Drew, then he'll have an easy road to take out Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. But Drew McIntyre is not always easy to lay down. So it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a strap match. Now, ever since her reemergence in WWE, she's been more annoying than ever. Her and her fuck-ass pockets. I don't care if none of y'all say in the playback. She get on my goddamn nerve. So fuck I won't. Let me get myself together. Hold on. Bayley came back with 2 little minions to ensure her ascension to the top of the mountain, because she knew with Bianca still being the champion, there was no way she was going to be able to beat her. Prior experience dictates the future. Well, past always dictate the future. And in Bianca's concern, and more specifically in Bayley's ideal, she's already been beaten multiple times by Bianca in challenges and in actual matches, in some of the most brutal matches you could have, which is Hell in a Cell. She was beaten. Okay? Bianca has nothing to prove, whereas Bayley has everything to prove. The proof needs to be that Bayley can beat Bianca one-on-one. Now, she did get the pin at Clash at the Castle, but that was a 6-woman tag team match. It was not a one-on-one. However, she's using that as leverage to hold over Bianca Belair's head. Same tactics, different mouths. Becky Lynch did the same thing. I'm going to lord this 26 seconds over your head until you do something to best me. And at every corner, at every challenge, at every single time Becky tried to tear this woman down, Bianca had an answer. Bayley's a different story. Now, Bayley can be quite crafty when she wants to be. Bayley saw Becky's playbook, and it didn't work out in her favor to be all by her lonesome. So she recruited 2 of the best from NXT that she could find to create Damage Control. And now with those 2 as champions under Bayley's tutelage, as she puts it, she is the only odd man out in the group, and she needs gold to solidify her place as taking over and being in full control of Monday Night Raw. So Bayley has requested that Bianca Belair and she wrestle in a full-on ladder match at Extreme Rules. So it's going to be Bianca Belair, the champion, versus Bayley, the challenger, in a ladder match. God knows I hope Bianca Belair win. If we don't, we'll never hear the end of it from Pammy Pockets. Okay? We'll be stuck. They didn't put Omos in the Hulu edit. I was pleasantly surprised, yet not really. She gets on my nerves too. Right, I can't stand Bayley and her fake laugh she be doing. Child, she just get on my damn nerves. And finally, we got the Rated R Superstar and Finn Balor. I don't know what's going on with Judgment Day, but these motherfuckers walking around with bandanas and shit, calling each other family and shit. It's giving very much gang mentality, is it not? Right? Y'all ever seen, if you ain't never seen New Jack City, like a funnier movie that would be related to gangs would be what? Like, Don't Be a Menace?
Mm-hmm.
But I'll give you the game. So if you don't know what gangs look like or how they operate on a groupthink mentality as well. Nothing is higher than the gang. There's a hierarchy in the gang as there's a system. Each gang member represents some aspect of the gang. If you're a foot soldier, you're low on the totem pole. If you're a lieutenant, you're the middleman between the big guys and the foot soldiers. If you are a general, which is somebody who's a step of a lieutenant, you're the one who speaks directly to the gang leader. Everybody plays their role. They wear colors. Traditional colors for the gangs in America: red for the Bloods, blue for the Crips, yellow for the Latin Kings. Am I right?
So.
All right. Now, I haven't seen a gang with purple. I don't know what MS-13 wears or any of the newer gangs that are out. But I know there were subsets of gangs that were here when I was a kid, and there's subsets of gangs all over the nation that all answer to the bigger gang, which is the Crips and the Bloods. All right. And the Latin Kings, they're the only ones who are bigger. Now, if you are outside of that, they also have the triads, you know, mafia, mobsters, that kind of thing. A gang is still a gang. Even Hell's Angels and the rest of the motorcycle clubs, some of them, not all of them, some of them are gangs. They fly flags. They got colors. Their jackets are their colors. The Yakuza and the triads and shit, they don't really do much of that. But you can recognize them when you see them. They usually tatted up. Their colors are the tags. You did identify them by their tattoos. When it comes to Judgment Day, you just got a quick lesson in the game. Okay? A quick lesson in the game. All right? When it comes to Judgment Day, let me take this picture off. Because I need y'all to understand. Nothing about them says gang. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nothing about you fits into that criteria, especially with a little Similac breath bitch like Dominic as one of your dudes. You feel me? Nothing. It's nothing. Hello. How are you, Brandon? Auntie Pam and her homegirls been causing a ruckus. Child. Hearing y'all use Pammy Pockets on a daily basis makes me smile a little more. That's what she look like. Is Edge well rested? Because he looks tired in this render. He's old. It's bound to happen. Good days, bad days. I'm just trying to make sure everybody understand where I'm at with this. Because I saw Finn come out there last week, I think it was, with a bandana tied around his head. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? What are you doing? What are you doing? Now, they got the Irish Mafia. They got that. You know what I'm saying? They got that. They got mercenaries. They got that. They got it. But they don't have no gangs. Like, y'all don't have that. Like, I feel some type of way about it. I'm sorry. But I'm like, the only people who would know or have any clue is Damian Priest. And that's because he's Puerto Rican and he's from New York. He's the only one. But am I wrong? I mean, unless he lived in the suburbs, he's come across it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Dominic's ass is somebody who was born into poverty. I mean, not into poverty, but he was born into affluence. Okay, so he don't know shit about shit.
Mouth and in both hands.
He don't know. He can't even act it right. No, he don't know shit about shit. Judgment Day looked like they all work at the local leather lace and whip shop, bitch. I'm just trying to understand it. It don't fit. Like, if they had got like moto jackets, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Then I could be like, with the Judgment Day symbol on the back.
I see what you trying to do here.
Right. But not no fucking bandanas like y'all running the flag, like y'all running gang colors and shit. Like, that shit don't fit y'all aesthetic. Rhea standing there look like she finna start crying every time she bring her ass out there. Drop mom call you. She emo as hell. Ain't no way. It just don't fit. It just don't fit. Okay? It just don't. But I had to go on that tangent. Let's get back on the task. Now, he looked like this because they've edited the picture, Aaliyah, okay? He don't look that John, that sick and tired. He not that messed up. They've edited the picture. Any whoosies, listen. Came back Monday with a vengeance. Was getting ready to take out Dominic, but Ripples the Clown got rid of him for him. Okay, she pulled him out the ring and protected him. Last person that was left was that and Finn. So He already got his hands on Damian Priest and beat Damian Priest. He already got his hands on Dominic. So the last person in the group is Finn Balor. He hadn't wrestled Finn Balor yet. So Edge made a proclamation. Y'all keep trying to take me out, and every time you go about it, you think I'm down, and I just keep coming back. So Finn, it's me and you at Extreme Rules in a quick match. So this is what we getting. We getting a quick match between the Rated R superstar, one of the most decorated superstars in WWE history, and Finn Balor, arguably could be now one of the most decorated superstars in WWE history, which I think in the very near future he will be. But if Edge quits, I'll be shocked. But I know Dominic and them are going to include themselves in this match. Now, Edge is going to have to get some insurance for Ripples. Because if he don't, she's going to be a problem. Okay? He going to have to get some insurance for Ripples. I don't know what the fuck he going to do. But he got to do something, child. And that's Extreme Rules. It don't look like they're going to be adding any more matches to Extreme Rules. They got 5 right now. I mean, that fight pit might be about 20 minutes. Each one of these matches is probably going to get a lot of 10 minutes off the top. That fight pit alone probably going to be 15, 20 minutes. That I Quit match probably going to end up closing out the show. So that's probably going to be the longest match. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So we shall see, ladies and gents. Anybody got anything they want to talk about? NXT wise? Extreme Rules? Anything? Everything okay? Hold on, y'all. Anyways, Aaliyah said Dexter had me rolling. Oh, child. I know, right? To be honest, I feel Dom could have still turned on Ray, but instead of joining Judgment, he could have let him return to it with his own new look to challenge Ray. True, but they put him with Judgment Day, I guess, to help him out. I want to know why they always have Amari Miller lose matches. Same reason why everybody else loses matches, Pinky. Try to take over the world. We're Pinky and the Brain. Certain people are used to put others over. Lash Legend hasn't won a match since she's been in there, since she's been on the main roster. No matter who she goes up against, she loses. Nikita, Alba Fire, it doesn't matter who she goes up against. So Amari Miller is another one. She wasn't on the show for a while. She had a concussion thing she was dealing with, and then she had a knee injury. I think she had something going on with her, and she was gone. But Amari is a very basic character. I I mean, she could be built up for sure. I won't say she can't be, but it's not gonna hurt anybody. It may not feel great to Amari. I'll give you that, but it's not gonna hurt anybody if Amari Miller is not the one to challenge Mandy Rose for the NXT Women's Championship, because you're gonna be like, okay, she's gonna lose. You're not gonna believe it. Because Amari has no substance. I'm not gonna lie, the match that I'm excited to see is the strap match with Drew and Karrion. Sure. I'm like not mad at that match. Am I excited for it? Not as much as I thought I would be. Lash is unjust, but Amari has no substance. I don't know, babes. But Amari Miller will be just fine. Unfortunately, certain people are used to put others over. It is not fair to certain superstars. Some superstars you could understand. Others you're just like, okay. Oh, least excited. Okay. I'm not like, it's not that I'm not excited for the match. I'm just not excited as I thought I would be. Mainly because I feel like they didn't really, if they really wanted to build this up, right? They should have had Drew kick out when Solo pulled the referee out of the ring. They should have had Drew kick out of that spear. And then Solo distract the ref. And then Karrion came in there and pretty much took Drew out. You know? Because I just feel like it would just add that extra oomph that it needs in order for it to work. They kind of did that when they had Drew coming there while he was wrestling Solo. I mean, they had Karrion coming there while he was wrestling Solo. And that worked a little bit, but I just wish it was just a little bit more. It needs a little bit more fire, a little bit more kerosene, a little bit more flavor. It's not enough flavor on it for me. So I'm not really interested as much as I would. I'll watch it because it's going to be on the card, but I'm not as interested as I want it to be. All the matches have substance and story to them for Extreme Rules, each potential to be good. Which match do you think will make it? I feel Liv versus Ronda. I think Liv and Ronda's match is going to open the show. I feel like they're going to close the show either with that fight pit match or with Edge and Finn Balor's match. Because while I don't have a problem with Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan battling it out again, I know it's a title match, and I know they got all of the titles being defended except for Roman's, but Liv and Ronda's storyline is not as popping as Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins, or even Edge and Finn's for that matter. If I was to do the match card, if I was to set up this match card, I probably would put Ronda and Liv first. Then I would break that up with Karrion and Drew. I would then put Bianca. No, I would put Finn and Edge up next. Then I would put Bianca and Bayley, and then my last match will be Seth and Matt. Mainly because, like I said, of all the matches on this match card, the ones that had the best, really the most popular feud, or the most interesting feud, is between Riddle and Seth. You either put them in at the top of the card for the first hour, or you put them in the final match for the last hour. We need more women on SmackDown because we don't have many challengers for the title for Liv. I mean, they'll put the women on there when they need to. I don't know what to tell you, babe. We can't do nothing. But watch it. I mean, I guess they'll figure it out. I mean, it don't seem like this feud between Ronda and Liv is going to end anytime soon. And they only show up with each other for a little while. So, Shayna Baszler's still lurking back there. Natalya's still back there. A couple other folks is back there. I guess you can let her go through some of them. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Hopefully they'll bring some more girls over because it seems like they're stacking the deck on Raw, but ain't giving SmackDown nothing but Karrion Kross. That's all they got. Out of the deal with Karrion, they ain't get shit else. I guess they figured because the bloodline over there, that's good enough. I don't know, babes. I don't know. This little white rabbit shit keep popping up everywhere. It didn't pop up on NXT. They make sure to strategically place it on Raw. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But is there anything else that you chillins would like to discuss? Otherwise, I'm going to go. I'm gonna leave. I'll give you some seconds to see what you want to put in the chat box. In the chat box. I'll give y'all 30 seconds. Y'all can You don't know? You want me to help you remember? Hold on. I think Shayna gonna interfere and we're gonna get a triple threat. I mean, that's cool. Do you think Indy is gonna go to Raw and team with Candice or stay in NXT for a little while longer? I think she's gonna go to Raw because Dexter's there and they're gonna bring them together at some point. I don't see Indy showing back up in NXT. She doesn't need to be there. So she'll be on Raw, but I don't think she's gonna team up with Candice. Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm fucking shocked.
That's nuts.
Yes. A soldier died. They having a probe into her death because it may have something to do with that Chinese spy that was in the army.
Yeah.
Anyways, is there anything else you would like to discuss? Any more questions? Yes? I'll give you a minute. I'll even play some nice elevator music. There you go.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you back it on. Now Julio made me Fulvio, and I might hit your phone up with that bye. Missing my da, missing that all of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these kisses and hugs and toxic. You a damn drug, toxic.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me, baby? But look at where I ended up. I'm over it already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody.
Well, I ain't got no more questions in the chat box, and we have nothing to talk about. So, I will see you guys tomorrow. Freestyle Wednesday is going to be late because I have a podcast. Well, actually, it's going to be early. It's going to be early. I'm probably going to go live at like 6. So I can get it done, get it out the way, and then go ahead and you. Who did?
Zion. Top is this year, bottom is last year. You see it all in his face and everything.
Last time I was here, I was watching cat vids and ended up here. Now here I am again. Hello, Felix the cat. Hi. So tomorrow I'm going to go live at 6. Yes, we're going live very early because I have a podcast I have to do at 10. All right, so it's going to be a very early Freestyle Wednesday. We're going to be here with the early girls, okay? So if you can come in. Who is that?
Jimmy Butler.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know this nigga. That's not Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy would have got them 4 dreads, them 4 locks.
Bye. So I'm going to go ahead and log off for the night. You guys make sure you go over to the podcast and listen to Don's segment on the podcast. It is up. Parts 1 and 2 are up. I'm going to post part 3 very soon. As soon as I get done listening to it and editing it. Those that parts were up, they are raw and unedited. I did not edit them other than take out stuff that was unnecessary to be there. Rico is also on those 2 episodes that are up right now. So you guys can go and listen to that. Fashion Files will be up this week as well. And you can always follow me on Instagram, okay? Follow me on Twitter as well. I do occasionally post on the Twitters. You can always support the channel by sending me a little bit of a donation in my Cash App. It don't have to be a lot, but if you want to help me keep up, it costs money to run StreamYard and all that good shit. If you want to help me keep that is fine. You can always send a little money, but you are not obligated to do so. All right? But if you can, greatly appreciate it because, girl, it's a pretty penny. All right? So if you want to drop a couple dollars in my Cash App, please do. That is also in the Tipper tape below. And you can always support my other channel as well because I have a makeup channel on here, and you guys can just go on over to that YouTube. Same name, just take off the 2, and you'll find me posting makeup stuff. So you guys want to see that? Be my guest. Always go to our podcast, fam. We Love Wrestling, for all your indie stuff and Black wrestlers. And of course, you can always follow AT2, because AT2 gives you all of the tea. You know what I'm saying? AT2 covers everything in pop culture, in the news. AT2's covering it all. All right. So make sure you guys follow him, subscribe, and tell him I sent you so he can start sending people my way, because he rude as hell. Okay? Rude. Just rude. All right. Everybody have a good night. And I will talk to you guys next time. Thank y'all so much for coming and being part of my show. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe on the channel. It really helps to get my content out there for everybody to see. And I feel like even though we're a wrestling channel, we talk about a little bit of everything over here when I go live. So make sure you guys follow me on my social media as well. All of my socials are the same at Sack Design TV 2. You can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook if you're a little nerd and you like Facebook. But don't forget to follow me and subscribe, and make sure you rate my videos and get that algorithm up to push it up so I can start being a little bit more professional, so I can start making some coins. Okay? Okay. I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.